when the weather gets rough. When something big happens, good or bad, you know where to go because radio has been here all along. Radio is part of your community, woven into the fabric of what makes home, home. And now, radio has evolved to move with you with the Next Radio app and your FM-enabled phone. Just plug in your headphones to start experiencing radio in a whole new way while using way less battery and data than streaming apps. Check out the live guide to see and interact with live radio stations. Easily find your favorites like the one you're listening to right now. And as always, it's totally free. Download the Next Radio app today. Next Radio, live and local wherever you go.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's perfect. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Car crashes don't happen in slow. They happen fast. In a crash, there's no time to check if your child's in the right car seat. Don't think you know. Know you know. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Want to be on the show? Be the voice of Kid Nation by calling 1-800-KID-LIVE.
I feel like the one should not be dialed.
Okay. 800-KID-LIVE works too. The Kid Kraddick Morning Show.
Password headed your way in about 10 minutes, Kid Nation, so you can win that big money. Jenna, That's What I Like is coming up in about 20 minutes.
JC, you're going to like a lot of this stuff today, actually.
I'm very excited.
I'm about to help everyone out, too, when you have a family and you're like, I want to dress up for Halloween, but I just can't think of any ideas, and you have that block. That's what holds people back. There's a really cool website, especially if you have kids.
For Halloween.
And you want to do group costumes. Yeah.
Excellent. And before we finish the gossip, Big Al, you got a text here for you, buddy.
Come on.
Dear Big Al, I wanted to tell you how grateful I am for your prayer this morning. It spoke directly to me, right where I am. It gave me the courage to do something that I've been putting off because I was too scared. But I know it will lead to much better things down the road. The Lord definitely used you to speak to me this morning, and I'm very thankful. Wow. Thank you, Al. Bless you.
Wow.
Have a great day.
That's awesome. And that's sometimes you can hear something from somebody, like you go to church, for example. It's like, that preacher was preaching to me today.
Right.
I mean, it's like there's 1,000 people in there. It's like that message was for me today.
Have you had it where you just meet a random person, like an older guy, and he starts talking to you, and for some, it's like he knows what you're going through? And those are the ones where my
absolutely.
I get goosebumps. I'm like,
the message seems to be vague when he's saying it, but it seems personalized when you receive it.
It's like he looked into my soul and made me feel better. Those are cool moments
because
too.
I think we're all very alike.
In a way,
when
at
it
the
comes
end.
down to it, that's why we all relate to music so much that we're like, is that Heartbreak song written about my relationship?
Yeah.
What?
Right. I get that. Well, thank you for that text message.
Nice.
Very nice. And let's finish the gossip. Jenna, what you got?
All right, Ben Affleck, he said something publicly for the first time since he's been in rehab, and he posted a message on his Instagram. And speaking of people reaching out and people relating to you, he said, the support I've received from my family, colleagues, and fans means more to me than I can say. It's given me the strength and support to speak about my illness with others. He's completed a 40-day stay. Well, I mean, we've obviously seen him leaving and working out and hanging out with his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But
he had permission to go home and work out. That's why he looks like he looks.
Oh my! Yeah, have you seen him walking around?
What's he looking like?
He's doing a lot of shrugs. Oh,
a lot of shrugs.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of shrugs. He's just buff chest. He said, battling any addiction is a lifelong and difficult struggle, as I've had to remind myself. If you have a problem, getting help is a sign of courage, not weakness or failure. I hope down the road I can offer an example to others who are struggling. In other news, Jennifer Garner has requested their divorce case to be handled by a private judge so it can actually be finalized very quickly. She's still supportive. They're going to church together. They're hanging out with their kids. But she's like, okay, I'm moving on with my life because they've been kind of dragging their feet on the divorce.
And she's looking good on those Capital One.
Yeah, she is.
What's in your wallet, Jennifer Garner?
Makes me want to go get a weave.
You think that's a weave on her?
Oh, honey, yes.
Yeah,
that
I'm sure she
full
got some,
hair that hangs down
got some
below her
enhancements,
bosom.
She's looking good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's just so much maintenance.
Too much maintenance.
It's a lot. Chris Evans said goodbye. He's not going to be Captain America anymore.
What?
His contract is up. Yeah, he tweeted yesterday, officially wrapped Avengers 4. It was an emotional day, to say the least. Playing this role over the last 8 years has been an honor. To everyone in front of the camera, behind the camera, and in the audience, thank you for the memories. Eternally grateful. So for months, he's made it very clear he did not plan on staying in that role when the contract was up.
Mm-hmm.
And when you sign a contract, you're in it for a while, since 2011.
Yeah.
He's like, man,
It's
I'm
easy
tired.
money.
But isn't it stifling creatively?
Probably.
But you're Captain America.
That is cool.
That's true, too.
It's going to be in theaters next year. You have to wait until then to see him one last time. I don't know how. Are they going to kill him off? Are they going to have another actor play that role?
I bet it's just publicity. You know how Marvel does. It make us feel like this is your last chance to see Chris Evans
But he's
as
really done.
Captain America. And
He's
then-
done in that role. But I mean, they could get another actor to play him. You have other actors play superheroes.
I'm too used to this guy. You can't switch Iron Man right now. You can't switch Captain America
Switch
on me.
Batman's.
That's fine.
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man, I'm stuck at Tom Holland. Don't switch it. I'm good there.
But you didn't know until they're good with casting.
Right. You didn't know until Tom came along that you liked Tom Holland.
Right.
He was 3 or 4 Spider-Mans in.
But I never said, Andrew Garfield, please stay as Spider-Man. I enjoyed you as Spider-Man, but when Tom came in, I was like, stay.
But maybe the next one comes in, you're like, oh my gosh,
I can't.
this is Captain America.
Greatest Captain America
They've
ever.
gone through a bunch of Spider-Mans, haven't they?
I know.
Wasn't Tobey Maguire Spider-Man?
He wasn't. I didn't.
Spider-Man's not my favorite.
I've committed to Tom Holland.
Got it.
Monogamous Spider-Man relationship with him.
Well, then start your grieving process.
I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Suge Knight is a scary-looking man.
Now we could talk trash about him because
Yeah.
Safely
Say
tucked
what you
away.
want.
Safely tucked away in jail, in
So
prison.
Suge Knight owned a rap label, and he was big guy.
Death Row.
Yeah.
It's called Death Row.
Death Row. Often
sign.
accused of doing illegal things along with managing artists. And he finally got himself in a lot of trouble when on a security camera he was caught running over someone in a parking lot. So he's been on trial for this lately, and he was found guilty for killing Terry Carter. It happened 4 years ago when Suge was filming Straight Outta Compton, and he claimed it was an accident, and that he was being attacked by a man in a parking lot, so he jumped in his truck to flee, but Suge drove away and ran over Terry Carter, clipping the guy he said was attacking him, and then I believe he, ran back over him.
Well, somebody
Yeah.
died, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy right here.
He
Yeah,
killed him.
that's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Ran him over and then ran him over.
Yeah.
His
Okay.
legal teams tried really hard to argue that Suge was in fear he'd be killed because he was in Compton and Sloan and Carter had guns. So Suge's been in jail ever since he was arrested back in 2015. And yesterday he was sentenced to 28 years in prison. Due to overcrowding, this means he will probably be out in 10.
Oh, man.
Sentenced to 28,
I-
though, and the look on his
I
face,
take it back what I said about you, Suge.
he glared at everyone in the courtroom when they read that.
10 years for killing a person.
Yeah.
That is scary.
It is scary. There's scarier things out there.
Especially for him. They should add another 5
I
just
read
because he's Suge Knight.
They should
There was
keep
a
him in jail
story
forever.
He could be, but he might not be. I mean, he has to.
Yeah,
Paroled out.
That doesn't mean he's.
you know,
It's the overcrowding problem.
Yeah. Well, let out the guys that got caught with weed in the corner.
Right.
I'm sure that'll be taken into
there
consideration
was a
by
story,
then.
not a celebrity story, but the guy that in a fight stabbed his roommate, killed his roommate. 10 months, he served 10 months and he's out
Because of overcrowding?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So they-
for good behavior. I'm like, is this right? Am I reading this right? You stab and
But
kill
it's
a
good
roommate
behavior.
in a fight and you're out in 10 months? This
good
is terrible.
behavior.
Something's going
Well, that's
on.
a really bad behavior you did 10 months ago.
Makes no
That was
sense.
really, really
I killed
bad.
my roommate, but I was a really good boy. No.
What's happening here?
No.
Kelly Clarkson just, she's on fire right now.
Yes, she is.
Just announced she's joining the upcoming Trolls sequel. Yes, they're doing another Trolls movie.
Poppy's coming back.
It's going to be called Trolls World Tour. You have to wait until April of 2020 to see it. Takes a long time to draw all those little cartoons. So Kelly's going to be the voice of Delta Dawn.
I like it.
Big Al.
Delta Dawn, what's the power you have on?
He used to sing. Al used to sing that all the time, and kids would get mad at him every time he sang it.
I'm kind of mad right now.
So the mayor, so she's the role of Delta Dawn, the mayor of the Country Trolls, and she'll also perform an original song. Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, they'll be back because they were voices in the original, along with Jamie Dornan joining. Sam Rockwell, Anthony Ramos, Chance the Rapper, and more.
All right.
And, so Kelly's the judge. She's a judge on The Voice. She's going on tour. She got her talk show next fall. But she's got time to be a cartoon voice.
That's quick. I mean, she goes in the booth and knocks it out in a day, probably.
So fun.
Probably made millions of dollars. Boom.
So fun to be her right now.
Good for you, Kelly Clarkson.
Living the life.
Good for you.
Living the life. Speaking of earning a bunch of money, how about we set you up nice, Kid Nation? Right? We have a bunch of vaults left, and one of those has $10,000. One of them has $5,000. A couple might have a couple $1,000, but they definitely have money in there, regardless.
Yes, there's definitely money.
There's money in all of them.
You do need a password to go inside the vault, and that password you need for this hour for Beat the Bank Extreme is Rocket.
Rocket?
Rocket.
Got it.
Is your password. That means Beat the Bank is coming up next. And also, Jenna's That's What I Like.
You ready for me?
Ready for you.
Can you handle it? Gave you a little Halloween help. JC, a lot of these are for you today. A very cool sneaker website that lets you know all the cool new collaborations coming out.
Nice.
There's actually a lot of new sneakers out today. And
Sneaker
these
game.
are some things you can afford. These aren't all of those crazy ones.
Okay, good.
And music. And an Instagram hack. You know when you want someone to watch your story and they haven't watched it yet? Is there a way to get yourself to show up better in the story order?
Is there?
First?
Is there?
There's a hack. I'm going to help you.
All right, we'll find out next.
Kelly, Al, JC, and Jenna are the Kid Kraddick Morning Show. But together with you, we are Kid Nation.
WXYK, Gulfport, Biloxi.
Are you ready? Oh my God, are you kidding me? It's the sound of your sweet melody.
Another chance to win $1,000 cash happens now. This hour's winning word is
Rope. R-O-P-E. Rope.
text it now to 67760 and win more cash. From 1071, The Monkey. This is a company-wide contest. Must be at least 18 to win. Message and data rates apply. 1071, The Monkey. Traffic.
Lemon Muller Insurance Agency thanks all of the drivers from near and far who are showing off their classic rides on the Mississippi Gulf Coast this week. Thank you for observing our local traffic laws to help make this week fun and safe for drivers and spectators. Things looking good this morning. We are all clear. No accidents, no congestion right now. But if you notice a problem, call me on our hotline at 228-385-1457. In the Traffic One Traffic Center, I'm Patty Steele.
Yeah. No, I just had a little bit too much of Hennessy. Just gonna tell you how I feel. Look. How you look so precious when you smile. Yeah. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me, waste this night away with me. You're mine. I can look away, I just gotta say I'm so happy that you are alive. Yeah. Swear to God I'm down. If you down, all you gotta say is right. Yeah. Girl, anything I could do just to make you feel alright. Oh, I just had to let you know you're fine. Running circles around my mind. Even when it's rainy, all you ever do is shine. You on fire, you a star just like Mariah. Man, this feel incredible, I'll turn you to a bride. You're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste your time. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me, waste this night away with me. You're
The Monkey and Big Play Entertainment Center have front row seats to Ed Sheeran in